Those are the two commercials, right? Okay. All right. Yeah, so the next species. Right. All right. So here's the same ones, the Brachypelma homori and the Smithy. So here's what I was telling you guys earlier, where the homori is more oval and then the Smithy is more big and plump. So if you are wanting to get one of these, make sure you can tell the difference. You see the slight coloration in both of them. I don't know if you can like widen that a little bigger. No, you can't. Okay, never mind. I'll try to get up to the screen because I can't see it.
What's going on, Dickie? Dickie Foster.
Hi, Dickie. That's awesome. Thanks for being here, Dickie. And the other Will. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, any questions on this specific genus? I have the homori and I have the auratum, the one that I just showed you guys here live. But the homori, the one that I have, does not have its colors. It's still a little bitty itty little bit baby. Yeah. Big and plump. Yes, yes, Will. Big and plump. All right, Sean, the next picture. Okay, so this is the Brachypelma. Oh my god, this is the worst. The worst hairs. The the bony. Okay, so this one. Thank you, Tom, for providing these pictures. The worst hairs of all tarantulas in the world has the worst hairs. You do not want to get these hairs on you. Now, the common name is either the Bloodleg or
Mm-hmm.
the Redleg or
Mm-hmm.
the Flameleg. You see what
Mm-hmm.
I did there? You saw what I did there, Joe?
Mm-hmm. I've heard them called two of those things just in
Mhm.
Michigan alone, and
Exactly.
labeled as both
Yep.
on tables away.
Yep. All right.
Um,
So, uh-huh.
can I throw something there real quick?
Yeah.
So I will say that just like any other exotic animals out there, that there's amazing breeders and vendors out there that carry these animals, and
Mm-hmm.
there's some that aren't. So
Mm-hmm.
I have watched people go out there and they'll see this one's, oh, they've got it labeled as a blood leg, so they'll come over here and call it a fire leg like it's something different,
Right.
right? And
Mm-hmm.
they drop or raise the price pretending like it's something different, even though it's the same animal.
Yes. Thank you for bringing that up because that happens so often. And if you're not, you know, knowledgeable or you don't have the knowledge of what species you have, some breeder out there that just only cares about money will flunk you and they'll
Mm-hmm.
trick you. Yeah, they will trick
All
you.
day long.
Hmm. Um,
Um,
yeah, so the next one. So this is the Brachypelma albiceps, sorry. Now, this one gets heavily confused with the Aphonopelma hensi, the Texas brown or the Arizona brown.
mhm.
So the albiceps is, as slings, is going to look exactly like a lot of the Aphonopelma genus and species. Um, so there has been times where this specific tarantula has been sold at pet chain stores as a different species, and then they grows up and they're like, okay, what is this? So this is a really docile species, very reputable around America. So if you really like this one, I highly suggest you get it. One of the calmer Brachypelma species. But yes, this one has a very golden brown carapace. So you cannot mistake it for a Phaneropelma hensi, the Texas brown, because the Texas brown is in the name. It's brown. All right, next picture. This one is the Brachypelma emilia. Now this is very easy to identify because of the triangle, the black triangle on its head or carapace. In the hobby or in pet chain stores, it's labeled as the painted leg or again, the red knee. which is very wrong because the knees are not red. The knees are black. So if you see a tarantula with a triangle on its head, it's an amelia.
Those are so pretty.
They are, aren't they so pretty?
I love the absolute blacks on them, like a Gramasola pulchra or Curie, and then you switch to that just orange red. It's
Yeah,
just so bright.
yeah. And this is also another docile species. Will. Yes. So the eradicating hairs on this one is also a high level, but they're not known to kick off so much. So I like this species. They're really nice. Um, our next one. Next. All right.
There we
My
go.
favorite genus. Okay. Actually, Sean, take it down real quick. Okay. So the Acanthoscaria geniculata. Nope. Take it down. Not that one. Yeah. Okay. So the Acanthoscaria geniculata. The Brazilian white, black and white, has different common names, which I hate, but this one is
Yeah.
the black and white. Yeah. And so to help people remember it, I named mine's Beetlejuice. This is not Beetlejuice. This is Khonshu. But the famous Beetlejuice, she's over there. She's not happy today, so I can't take her out. So I
It
have,
happens.
yeah, so I have Khonshu with me. Now, to talk a little bit about this species, there's about three or four that look exactly like this one. And I'm gonna show you in a bit. So we have the Acanthoscaria geniculata. We have the Nandu genus, which is completely different. It's like saying British and Native American, completely different, even though they look alike, you know. So we have this one, and we have the Nandu genus, which, if you can see, looks like it, right? Okay. And then, so that's the Nandu coloratus. And then this one is the Nandu chromatis. I know the names. I know. Just bear with me. Oh, let me turn her around. So this is Angelina Jolie.
Love the name. That's
I
hilarious.
know. I love her name. Okay. Can you guys see? Hi, Angelina. Please don't kick hair. Ah, she ran in. But anyways, we can get to the pictures now because nobody is cooperating. All right, so that here is what I showed you first, the Acanthoscaria geniculata, and they are highly famous in the hobby. They have about 50 to 80 babies in a sack. Can go up to 100, give or take. So that's why they're very not sought after, but they're very available in the hobby because they have a lot of babies and they're very popular. Next. Now, the Nandu coloratovilius, I can't say that. Coloratovilius. I can't say it still. God. But anyways, this one has pink hairs. It may look red, but they have pink hairs on their abdomen. It's not red, it's pink.
Mm-hmm.
So this one looks identical to the next one, which is the Nandu chromatis, Angelina Jolie. So you see how the abdomen is really fiery red? So this one and the one previous, although they may look alike, check the hairs. the carapace and the hairs on the bum is going to give it away for you. Pink and red. Got it? Pink and red. Okay. All right. So those two, although same genus, different species. Again, what makes them different, although in the same genus, is their spermathecae, which is their sex organs. All right. So I have here that I didn't put on the list on the pictures. Was that the last one, Sean? Ah, here we go.
Ooh,
Yes.
there we go.
Yes. So this is also a Nandu and genus species Tripepi. So the Nandu Tripepi is the Brazilian blonde. Picture. Okay. So it's pink and blonde, and it looks like a fuzzy teddy bear. So this one is also very famous in the hobby. I have one, but she's still a baby, so we can't really see her colors and her fuzziness. But their hairs is also a level 6. So you do not
Yeah.
want to get those hairs on you. Yes. Oh yeah, Will Python Portal. His Acanthus geniculata. Her name is Zebra Cake. It's so cute. Yeah, she's very cute. Okay, was that the last one of the Nandu Tripepi? I don't remember if I sent it. Oh, the picture of the Tom's website. I don't know if you can do that. Can you? If not, guys, please go to Hardcore Arachnids. Yeah, no. Hardcore Arachnids, Tom Patterson has a
There
great
we go.
selection. Yeah, has a great selection of tarantulas and other inverts. So thank you, Tom, for everything that you do. And if you want to go see him in person and me, we are going to be at the Long Island Nassau Reptile Expo, February 7th. So go check him out and us as well with Sammy Bull Pythons. All right.
Ooh, do we have another commercial? Boom.
Nice commercials.
I like them.
Yeah.
Ooh,
All right.
Sean, I sent you a couple of photos. Maybe you can load one when she's done if we have time.
Yeah.
We can play the game called What's on Joe's Arm That Shouldn't Be.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So a bonus of some tarantulas that also get misidentified are these two. So this one is, Joe, what is it?
Oh, I might know what that is. That might be one of my personal favorites.
Yes, it is.
That is a Grammostola species, and it's a Grammostola pulchripes.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Good job.
I always say that one wrong. That is a tough one for me because I always want to say pulchra, not pulchripes.
Right. Good job. So you see how it's called the Choco Goldeny because it has bright golden patterning around and everything. So we have that one, and then we have this one. Let's see. Where's my flashlight? Where's my flashlight? Really? I just had my flashlight. It's right here. Okay. And we have here.
Is that a stripe leg or a skeleton? I can't see.
Zebra knee.
Well, see, and that's a good point, folks. Straight knees, skeleton legs, zebra knees. To the somebody new, they look very, very similar.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get her out. Hold on. Wait. Look at me being a noob without covering. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry, sweetie. All right, so you saw how the Choco Goldeny Grammostola pulchripes is gold, right? Hi, Holly. Hi, mamas. Hi, cutie. No, 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 no. Don't go back in. Don't go back in. No, she's biting the brush. Okay. Here we go. So, you see how similar she looks to the other one? She does have gold, but the pattern is very different. And the spinnerets are actually a different color. And in the right light or in the right tinge, they have a blue hue, and they
Mhm.
actually have a variant of this species that's actually really, really blue. And now there she goes. This is Holly. Now, this species also has another doppelganger, and it's called the E. camphostratus, where they look identical, but the difference is their spinnerets. So they have their spinnerets golden brown, where the E. camphostratus just has dark brown. So although they look identical, be mindful the difference in the details.
Very much.
Yeah.
Well, and even within some similar ones, you'll notice that even though they look similar, you have to find those small differences. Um, the Pothloceria, oh, I can do it. Pothloceria.
Yay!
Man, I struggle with that one.
You got it. You
The
got it. No sweat.
struggle with my S's with my teeth. Um, Ooh, do we have a second? Hey, Sean, can you throw up one of those photos I sent to you? Well, I'm sure Kat will nail it right off the bat. What shouldn't be on Joe's arm?
Okay.
I sent it on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I saw a comment up here. So yeah, what's level 6? Level 6 is like I think level 6 is the highest urticating hairs.
Yep.
If I remember right. And yes, it depends on your personal whether it stings or itches. Everybody's
Tolerant.
different. Your tolerance is different, but yes, most likely it's going to itch for almost everyone. How bad depends on you and
Yeah.
how many you get in you. So that's something else when it comes to urticating hairs.
Yep.
It's not just you know, if you get them in, it's how many you get in you, right?
Yep.
So if you got one porcupine needle in you, that's going to hurt. If you got 10 in you, that's going to be crazy painful. If you got 20, it's even worse. So these are like tiny baby porcupine quills that are almost impossible to see with the naked eye.
Yep.
Um, and if you get a whole ton in you, yeah, it's going to itch really bad. Now I've gotten a few from what's the salmon pink breed? Those were like a 4 or 5. There we go.
Yeah. Lazadora.
Yeah, the LPs.
Yeah. Is wait. This is Mbelfori.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Oh my God! I can't speak today. Monopunchophis bufori. There you go.
And this day's episode of What Shouldn't Be on Joe.
Yes.
To be super proud of Carrie, that thing wanted to make laps around me, and she actually used a catch cup for the first time at a show.
Oh wow.
Yep, right between my shoulder blades. That's where they
Yeah.
always end up.
So why
Um,
is that? Why shouldn't that be on your arm, Joe?
because that is an old world species, and if it bites, it is going to hurt so bad,
Yes.
so bad.
Yep. Now remember, you're
Um,
not gonna die, but you're gonna feel it for a while.
yep, and so one of the things that I do appreciate about tarantulas is that most of them, not all of them, folks, not all of them, and there are exceptions to every rule, but most of them don't want to bite you. If they do, it's because you put yourself in position to make them feel afraid,
Mm-hmm.
or they're mistaking you at feeding time. Um, and I've found out that with certain types of tongs, I don't use them, that they start to identify tongs as feeding, just like you would with all the snake, bites that people get on accident because they're boa or reticulated python miss and go for you. Same thing happens with tarantulas.
I'm trying not
Uh-oh.
to. I'm trying not to move so much because Will wants to see. No, 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 no! Stay, 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 stay! Oh man. Okay. Ooh. Don't move.
Yeah, so they're hiders.
No.
Mine upstairs are hiders.
She went and hide. So Will wanted to see my regalis, but she went and hide back down here. I don't know
Hmm.
if you see that.
My tank is too large to easily get down here, but yes, we can get you some pictures, Will, of
Yeah.
uh oh, that's something else I wanted to show people. So on my phone, right here, everybody's got a different version of notes. Let's
Yeah.
see, can you oop, see if you can see it. See all that right there?
Mm-hmm.
Those are my tarantula species with, let's see, with the common names on them. Like right there, you can see that's one sun tiger top.
Yeah.
Um, we can do it. Somopias, Armenia.
There you go.
So I've got several Pulsotheria species, and they can be very uh, shy.
Mm-hmm.
But someone will come out, and we can definitely probably get a day where we can show off some of those. Will, but yeah, definitely write down a list. There's several good reasons for this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Not that they can do a ton usually at the hospitals. There's no anti-venom for it, but it always helps them to know what you got bit by so they know what they're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
And you're incapacitated in some way, they can look through your phone and
Yeah.
you can at least maybe point and say, this one got me. Or your spouse or your partner or friend or whoever can show it off. And
Yeah.
plus, too, it helps me with learning the scientific names. I can look through it every so often and say,
Mm-hmm.
this is that. And I can start practicing when I go, Pothecilia, and try to say it right.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, another good reason you brought up a really good reason about bringing it to the doctor, in case you were to get bit by one of these animals. Another reason is because their venom acts different. So even though if you get bit by an
Hmm.
old
Yep.
world, and although it's old world have different venom um, versions. So one can
Mm-hmm.
make you feel a certain way, and then there could be another that could act different. So
Mm-hmm.
different types of venom.
Yep. And that is so true. I mean, we know that when it comes to uh, like cobras versus rattlesnakes
Mhm.
versus mambas,
Yeah,
hemo versus neuro versus cytotoxins, and this, I don't believe they're the exact same in tarantulas, but the same theory applies.
yeah,
Um, I know spiders definitely have different cyto, neuro, hemotoxins, and everything else.
yep,
But yeah, that matters, and how that if you have a bad reaction, extra treatment that might be necessary to prevent any kind of long-term damage to the affected area.
yeah. So
We're not doctors, folks. Go see a doctor if you get bit.
exactly. So speaking of spiders, now we're done with the tarantulas, mistaking and identifying. We can now move on to spiders. So spiders are house spiders. Um, okay,
Not
every
everything is a brown recluse
yes, not everything is a brown recluse. Not everything
or a wolf spider.
is yes. So tarantulas are not spiders, but spiders are not tarantulas, but they're both spiders, even though they're not spiders. Very confusing, I know. Big difference. Anyways, so brown recluse, a lot of people say they got bit by a brown recluse because of what happened. You did not get bit by a brown recluse. There is another bug that acts like the brown recluse that gives you these horrific necrosis types of bites. It was not a brown recluse. 10% of it could have been a brown recluse. I'm going to give you down to the scientific version of what is a brown recluse. So, a brown recluse bite, the reason why you get necrosis is because of bacteria, not because of the venom. So, all spider venom is meant for their prey. Us as being human, we have the ability to fight off that type of venom and that type of infection. But when bacteria is in play, that's when necrosis happens. Real quick, brown recluse has a violin on their carapace, so their head, right where their eyes are. So instead of towards the back of the head, it's going to be flat and empty. Whereas if you see a violin coming from the eyes down to the middle, that's a brown recluse. A cellar spider and a house spider are different from the brown recluse because they do not have the violin from their eyes, except they have it from the back. So from the front, violin, brown recluse. From the back, cellar and house spider. Neither can kill you. Got it? Okay. Next. Do you have any mistaken spiders, Joe?
So I love picking on the wolf spider even more than the brown recluse, because everything that looks remotely fuzzy and spider-like is a wolf spider. In
Mm.
Michigan, one of the most common ones is a grass spider,
Hmm.
a common name for it. And the funny part is they're always in a web, like a funnel web.
Yep.
Um, the crazy thing about those is they don't play well with each other, but they'll make their funnels that literally back right up to each other. Yeah, learned that the hard way. Tried to gather a couple for photos, and they did not like each other when the tiny little thin wall between them broke. It was a sad day.
Wow.
Um, but yeah, they actually have longer, thinner legs, and there's another spider that looks very similar to those. And it depends on what part of the country or continent you're on, but they'll call them water spiders or fishing spiders, not a couple of names, and what's their dock spiders.
Yeah.
Once again, understanding the scientific names, that's why, because this is where all that gets mixed up. But they
Yep.
look very similar in general appearance to a wolf spider, but they're not. When you put them all next to each other, they actually don't look that much alike other than basic coloration, and they all have the same number of legs.
Yeah. So the eye pattern is another giveaway for all of these spiders.
Mm-hmm.
So not all spiders have 8 eyes. Some have 6, 4, and 2 rows of 2s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And here's a fun part. There's more than one kind of wolf spider, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you can find, God, I don't know how many. I would have to actually go back and count. I've
Oh,
had a couple different species myself, and they're an amazing, amazing pet with lots of fun. Very short-lived, unfortunately, but lots of fun.
yeah.
Um, and if you can actually get one that grows up to be large and calm, they're super cool. I had a
Yeah.
lot of fun keeping them.
So I want to show you guys this. That I could talk on and on about identifying black widows and brown recluse and whatever, but I want to give all the credit to Travis McHenry. I'm gonna put this right here. I don't know if you guys blow me up, Sean.
Oh, there you go. Oh, look at
Oop.
the little baby.
Oh wait, no, hold on, sorry. How do I go back?
I mean, we'll watch jumping spiders all day long. They're
The United
personal.
States Association of Reptile Keepers is a science, education, and conservation-based advocacy for the responsible private ownership of and trade in reptiles and amphibians. We endorse caging standards, sound husbandry, escape prevention protocols, and an integrated approach to vital conservation issues. Our goal is to facilitate cooperation between government agencies, the scientific community, and the private sector in order to produce policy proposals that will effectively address important husbandry and conservation issues. The health of these animals, public safety, and maintaining ecological integrity are our primary concerns.
Okay. Hopefully I don't miss it. All right. So I don't know if it's backwards, but
No, it's good. It's good.
yeah. Okay. So you see that Brown Recluse by Travis McHenry?
Mm-hmm.
Please go watch his channel. If you want to know about spiders in your house or spiders around, he is the guy to watch. Also, please go get this book, The Brown Recluse. That's what it's called, The Brown Recluse by Richard Vedder. It's not just about the brown recluse, it also helps you identify different spiders, the different types of venom, and how it acts. It's an amazing book. So please go check that out. So, The Brown Recluse by Richard Vedder.
You know, even if you don't want to own a spider or tarantula, I recommend doing that. Knowledge is amazing. Knowledge helps you get over fears. It helps you get over misconceptions, myths.
Yep.
Um, I you look back in history over how many animals were killed out of fear or misunderstanding
Yep.
is enormous. So that is just the best way to combat it.
Yep.
Will, you've been jumping in with some awesome comments in here, brother. Um, like this, daddy long legs are close related to scorpions and spiders. Nice.
I did
Yep.
not know.
Number one, learning and understanding. Yep. Thank you.
Mhm.
Exactly that. Oh, yep. I'm assuming he's talking about the different fishing and dock spiders, the water spiders. They're
Mm,
actually putting air bubble around them to which is, yes, that's
yep,
awesome.
yep. Because all spiders and tarantulas are hydrophobic. Another science word for you guys to learn and look up. Hydrophobic. But for
Which
the
is
kids,
really amazing. Like understanding that most spiders, true spiders, breathe from the bottom of their bodies.
yep,
Um, and so the fact that one is actively being on top of the water is pretty cool.
yeah, yeah. I love how spiders have, and I think I'm not sure if I'm mistaken. Will correct me. Do scorpions have book lungs? So spiders and tarantulas have 4 book lungs. They look like books. So they're under their abdomen, and they look like books. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So underneath, that's why